What's up, Dragon Nation? I'm Rich with Dragon Nation Gaming. Welcome back to Space Engineers. In this episode, we're going to try to make things a little bit more efficient with taking over settlements and trying to get the resources from that. One of the things that I could do, well, the first thing I'm going to do for that is to figure out a way that I don't have to make a couple trips in order to get everything. So the way I have to do it right now is I have to grab the Jeep, which has a turret, take out some turrets, and then go and get the Dragon Wagon, which is behind me, and get that to grind things down to get the resources and store it in the Dragon Wagon. What I want to do is figure out a way that I only have to make one trip and also make things a little bit more efficient. One of the ways that I could do that is we're going to need a trailer. Because what I want to do is I want to build a vehicle that is a grinding vehicle. Now I'm trying to keep everything to a ground game, which means we're going to be building rovers. Still haven't quite figured out the design for the grinder vehicle yet, but we can go ahead and get started on the trailer to haul it. Let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, once again, we're in creative. I spend a lot of time in creative, I really do. But there is a design that I do have in mind, but I do need to see if it is going to work. Now, I do have a blueprint, if I can find it. I think it should be at the bottom of the list. Let's see. It should be right there. It is. Alright, so I went on the Steam Workshop to see if I could find a blueprint that has everything I'm trying to explain, and this one seems to have it. So let's go ahead and check this out real quick. One thing I don't want to do, since we are on a multiplayer server, is build a ramp onto the platform, kind of like this one does. Now what this does, I think if I hit the button, yeah, there it goes. Now, on a multiplayer server, this is... oh, shit, okay. Well, it looks like even in single player, it's a bad idea. Well, yeah, in multiplayer, that's definitely a bad idea because of the number of the hinges. Jesus Christ, you are really freaking out, aren't you? Let's go ahead and close that back up. So, I don't want to be doing something like this, but there is another option that we could do. One of the things we could do is, if I come up to the front... what we could do is, I need to turn off that engine. That thing is kind of loud. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. Actually, we'll just delete. Okay. Thought things were going to explode. Alright, so one of the things that we can do is, instead of building a ramp, what we could do is detach the trailer, the front of the trailer, and turn the trailer itself into a ramp. It's going to be better explained when I actually do build this, but there are a few things that we do need to keep in mind. First of all, with the Dragon Wagon, I need to put a fifth wheel on it. Now, what a fifth wheel is, it's the trailer hitch. If you've ever seen an 18-wheeler and how the trailer connects to the cab, basically what we're going to do is we're going to use a rotor, which I think this guy did. Oh, I might as well, while I'm showcasing this, I better say who this is. Alright, let's see if we can find it. Again, there it is. Alright, so this is the Hugin M309DA1. Is that a D or a no? No idea. And the author is Primo Super T. And this is actually a pretty cool vehicle. It does showcase a couple of things that I need to talk about in this episode. So I have built trailers before, but it's been quite some time, so I do need to explain this again. We are going to need rotation on all three axes for the trailer, especially since we're not on a flat surface. We're actually on Pertsam, which is kind of hilly, especially in the dune areas. So what we need is, first we need this rotation, which is the horizontal rotation, which will be the first rotor. Now that is actually going to be my fifth wheel. That is going to be the hitch for the trailer. What we can do is just disconnect the rotor and the rotor head and reattach it when we need to. Then what we need is we need a, I guess we could say, vertical rotation. So we need it to be able to bend up and down, which, looking at this, I think it's right here. Hold on. Is it right here? Yep, he did it with hinges, which I'm going to probably be doing the same thing. But I don't want to do it all the way back here. Because if we go to the Dragon Wagon, if we go ahead and get rid of those storage containers, and I go ahead and grab a rotor as a number 7, and we put a rotor right here, if I try to build the hitch from right here and build an arm out, what's going to happen is if I put the hinges all the way back here, the arm might actually hit the bottom of the Dragon Wagon, the rear fenders. So what I need to do is, instead of doing it the way this guy did, I probably should build the hinges somewhere out here. So that way I don't have to worry about the trailer colliding with the back end of the cab. Then we also need, I don't even know what to call this rotation. This rotation right here to the left and right, which I think this is a rotor. Yep, he has it right here. Now I'm going to be doing a little bit bigger rotors so that way I can get a little bit more strength. But this would actually work. The problem is it's only one rotor, and it's probably not the safest thing in the world. What's the best way of doing this? I got to figure this out. Let me try this. Let's just go ahead and build a couple blocks so that way I have a place to snap this. And we'll put the rotor here. I think that should work. Now what I need to do is I need to figure out where I'm going to put the hinges for the vertical rotation. So I think I do need to bring it out just a little bit. How am I going to do this? Alright, let's try it this way. I also need to do one thing real quick. Let's do this. I need to go ahead and go into the access, and I need to go ahead and lock those rotors so that they don't move while I'm trying to build. I think it's these two. Let's go ahead and rotor lock. There we go. Alright, so now I should be able to build out without those moving. Hopefully. Alright, so what I need to do is I need to come out just a little bit. So let's come out. Well, let's go out that far. That will get us past the fenders of the Dragon Wagon. Then what I need to do is I want to build this a little bit wider. Let's try this. Let's build. Oh, I need to set up symmetry. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. So M. I need this symmetry right here. Alright, there we go. That should work. Alright, so I need to go ahead and connect this ramp. I think what I want to do is I want to bring that out to 5 blocks. So let's go ahead and... Okay, wrong button. Rotate it this way. And then another slope. That way. And then what I could do is I could go ahead and grab the hinges and put them there. So let's go hinge. I think it's this one right here. I do believe. Go ahead and rotate those. Now what I want to do is I don't want those hinges to move independently. I want them to move together. So I actually need to connect them. So if we do it like this, you'll see that right here there is a seam, which means that this block and this block are not connected. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a merge block. I think it's rotated, yep, this way. Just like that. Then grab a second one, turn it the other way, and... Okay, you can turn on now. There it goes. Alright, so now that we have those merged, you can see that now the seam is gone. Meaning that the two hinges are connected together and they will work together to actually move the trailer or allow the trailer to articulate. Then at some point what I need to do, I need to figure out how long this thing is going to go or how long it's going to be. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. We'll have to see. But now what I need to do is I need to go ahead and start with the platform. Now, one of the things that I said, instead of doing a ramp like this guy did on this trailer, what we're going to do is we're just going to drop the front end of the trailer, and the front end is actually going to be our ramp. Not sure if this is going to work. We're going to have to test this out. But what I would like to do is I would like to be able to connect the merge blocks. I'm going to be using merge blocks to do this. I want to be able to connect the merge blocks as we're reversing. It's probably the best way to do it. Probably. So that way I could actually use the power from the Dragon Wagon to actually force the merge blocks together. That makes sense, somewhat. Anyways, so what I need to do is now I need to come down. But the next issue that we're going to have is how low do I actually want to go? I think that's too high. Let's go down one more. Because what we need to do is we need to make sure that we have enough clearance when we're going over the hills. Like the hills over there. So it's not going to be that bad when we're going up the hill. But when we crest the hill and start to go back down, that's when this arm right here might hit the Dragon Wagon. Also, when the Dragon Wagon is turning, we need to make sure that this arm is not hitting the fender. So it looks like it actually will, so I probably need to bring it out a little bit more. But I'll go ahead and experiment with that here in a little bit. I'll go ahead and do that on my own. First thing we want to do is we want to try to see if we can get the mechanics to work. So I'm trying to figure out what is going to be the best way to do this. Let's go ahead and do a merge block here. And I'll probably do 2 merge blocks so that way I can go ahead and make sure that the trailer is straight. The magnetics from the merge blocks will actually force the trailer, the 2 merge blocks together, making the trailer straight and make sure it's secure. So I think if we go like this, this should actually give us enough height that we will not collide with the ground. But once I finish the trailer, we'll see. Alright, so now what we need to do is we need the platform, which the vehicle is actually going to sit on. I think we need to come down. I want to put the wheels exactly the same place that is on the Dragon Wagon, so that way we have some symmetry. Alright, so I think I need to come down one more block. And right here. Alright, so now I need to set up symmetry again. God damn it. Alright, I don't need you. I need you. There we go. Alright, now what we're going to need is the suspension. This is just to test everything out to see if it is actually going to work, and so that way I can also describe what I'm trying to do. And then on my own, I'll go ahead and finish this off and make it look good. But we'll go ahead and place the suspension, and good, we had enough room for both wheels. Alright, now that we have that, what we need to do is, let me see. Oh, we're gonna need a piston. Because what I need to do is at some point I do need to lift the trailer back up so we can reconnect. So we'll go G, piston. There we go. And I'll just put it right here for right now. We're just doing a test of concept at the moment. Okay, that gave me 2 pistons. That's fine. Alright, so I think this will work. But what I need to do is I need to set up the distance for the pistons. I think that's going to be 1 point... But let's see. I'm thinking 1.5, but the best way to figure that out is to go ahead and reverse the piston. Oh, too far. Okay, right there. 1.2. And I'm just extending it until we actually get a little bit of lift. Oop, too much. Alright, reverse again. Let's go ahead and do it this way. Let's do 1 point... It looked like it was 1.6. So reverse. And yep, there we go. We got a little bit of lift. Now what I could do is first When I disconnect the trailer, first thing I want to do is go ahead and lock that rotor, this rotor, and the hinges. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Because what I want to do is I want to be able to connect the thing, and if the rotors and the hinges are still free floating, they're actually going to bend and they're going to be out of place, and then I'll have a hell of a time trying to get this thing back together. So we'll go with the rotors. We'll go ahead and make sure that they are locked. Yeah, that's right, I did lock those. Now we need to go ahead and lock the hinges. Alright, and hinge lock. Alright, now that we got those locked, we have the pistons down. We could go ahead and disconnect the merge blocks. So let's go ahead and find those. Alright, let's go ahead and do 2. We'll go ahead and turn that off. So now the whole thing is disconnected, or hopefully it should be. Alright, let's go ahead and pull the Dragon Wagon forward real quick. Make sure the trailer is actually disconnected. And forward. There we go. Alright, then all we need to do is just go ahead and reverse the pistons. So let me find those. This piston and this one will reverse. Oh, one thing I do also need. We're going to need power. This whole thing is not going to work. So, batteries. Just put them right here for right now. And there we go. Alright, so what that's going to do is it's going to lower the front end of the trailer, which means now I can go ahead and build a ramp, which I think I have, yep, right here. So this is not going to work like this, but it will demonstrate what I'm trying to do. So now we need 8. There we go. And then we just build a platform. And this is what the vehicle is going to set on. Then what I have to do is I have to figure out a way of locking the vehicle to the platform, which I'll probably just do with a piston and then landing gear. But yeah, there's our trailer. Now the trailer is going to be a little bit longer. I still need to figure out how long I want to make it. It's going to take me a little bit to figure that out, but let's see if we can get everything reconnected. So control panel, find those pistons. We'll go ahead and lift. Seems to be working all right. Now what we need to do is we need to go ahead and turn that merge block back on. So let's go ahead and find that. I think it's this one. Turn it on. And then we could go ahead and reverse the Dragon Wagon and reconnect everything. So let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit so we can see what the hell's going on. So reverse. And it is now connected. Next thing we do is what we need to do is K. We need to find the rotors. And we need to make sure that we turn all the locks off. Now later on I will set this all up on the toolbar, just to make it a little bit easier and a little bit quicker. And then the hinges as well. Oh, one other thing I want to do. We need to turn down all the torque, the braking torque and then the regular torque. We need to do the same on the rotors, so let me go and find those. And here we go. Alright, so now when I move, the trailer should turn. Oh, one thing I did forget to do. I didn't raise the pistons. What I'll do is I'll set those pistons up with a button so that way it's easier to reverse. I think it's these two. There we go. Alright, so now the trailer is going to rotate when I turn the Dragon Wagon, and then when I go up the hill, the hinges should do the same. And then the rotor that is on the back should do that horizontal rotation. And I did not center this thing, did I? Ah, screw it, it's fine. It's okay. This is not the final draft. This is just a rough draft so I can figure out everything I need to do with the trailer to get working. Alright, so that rotor is rotating, as you can see. And now we need to check the hinges. And the hinges are working too. So yeah, this might actually work. The clearance seems to be pretty good. I might go one block higher if necessary, but I think it'll be okay. Let's actually check it out here. So we are hitting the back of the Dragon Wagon. I want to make sure I don't do that. So yeah, we'll have to extend things out. I will have to make the arm a little bit longer, so that way I'm not colliding with the Dragon Wagon, the fenders, and the back end. I need to make the trailer a little bit longer. I'm thinking maybe 40 to 50 blocks, I'm not sure. And then I need to dress it up, make it look good, so that way I can show you guys, just make it look good for you guys. I mean, for me, I don't need to make it look good, but for you guys, I try. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and work on the trailer, see if I can't get it perfected, and then we'll come back and test the final product out. And there it is in all of its glory. So this should work pretty damn well, or at least I hope it will, but we'll test it out and see. So we got 2 wheels in the back, actually 4 wheels altogether. I did go ahead and put tail lights in the back of the trailer, because of course trailers do have backlights. I'd still need to put up the wall. Now, I'm not too impressed with the look of this thing, but it works. It does work. Alright, so I guess it's time. Let's find a little bit flatter surface. Actually, no, that should be fine. That should be okay. Alright, we'll go ahead and drop the piston, which I do have hooked up to that button. The piston is back here with the batteries. I also use the new, what are those called? Beams, I think they're called. Just to give it a little bit extra look like it's a little bit more sturdy. It's not the greatest look in the world, but I think it will work. So let's go ahead, we'll hit the button. That will drop the piston. Maybe a little too high, but I think it'll be okay. Alright, now what we need to do is we need to go ahead. I haven't set anything up on the toolbars yet. I still need to do that. Alright, control panel. Let's go ahead and find those rotors, which I don't think I named, unfortunately. And I don't have them set up in a group either. We'll go ahead, go down and lock those. Then we'll go to the hinges. There we go. And we'll lock those as well. Alright, just double check and make sure I turned off all the torque and everything. Alright, so lock. So now the hinges and the rotors should be locked, so the arm will stay where it's supposed to stay, or where it's supposed to be, so we can reconnect easily. Now what we need to do is just disconnect the merge blocks. So merge. I'm not sure which ones they are. I think it's these 2. And now the trailer is disconnected. And yes, that was the right merge blocks. Good. Alright, now that we got that trailer disconnected, we can go ahead and pull the Dragon Wagon forward. Just a little bit. And the rotors and the hinges are staying where they need to stay. That's good. Alright, let's go ahead and lock it right there. Alright, so the arm just stays like this, and then when we need to put a vehicle on, we just come through, drop the piston, and there we go. Now we have a ramp to get a vehicle onto the trailer. So let's go ahead and find a vehicle. Let's find, what vehicle should we use? Let's try this one. It's a little bit wider. That might be too wide. Let me see. No, that should work. Alright, it's not the Jeep, but it is a little bit wider than the Jeep. And the vehicle that I have in mind, the grinder vehicle, it's going to be a little bit wider. So it's probably a good test. Alright, let's go V, turn off brakes. Let's see just how well this thing... Oh, are the brakes still on? Hold on. Ooh, shit, okay. Alright, so the issue is, I can already tell, This thing, it's hitting the merge blocks as it tries to get up. So, oh shit, the power is way too high. Alright, so can we go slow, please? So, let me look underneath. Maybe we're not hitting. Actually, we might be good. It was just the way I was trying to get it on. Alright, so I will do a little bit better at getting this thing on the vehicle, or on the trailer. But it does work. Then I need to find a way of locking the vehicle to the trailer. Because as you've seen on the server, wheels and everything like to bounce around. In single player, oh, I need to add to the suspension. Yeah, hold on. Let's go to an access point and we'll go find the suspension real quick. Alright, so like I was saying, in the server, we've noticed that wheels and hinges and rotors and all that stuff is not very stable. That shit likes to jump around a lot. Let's turn off the brakes. We'll keep the air shocks. The power, there will be no acceleration. The strength, I want to turn up to 30. Because it is going to have a little bit of weight on it. And of course the trailer is going to move. Why am I not surprised? Alright, hide offset. Let's go and put it all the way up. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I think this should be good. So yeah, the wheels like to bounce around a lot, and this vehicle will actually just fall off the side. So what I need to do is I need to go ahead and lock it down. This is Space Engineers. And wheels on blocks do not react very well. So yeah, we definitely need to be careful of that. Alright, so now we need to go ahead and reconnect the trailer. So we'll go ahead and raise the piston. Now what I need to do is I need to try to back up the Dragon Wagon and reconnect it. Luckily, I do have a helpful tool. Okay, it's not that one, it's this one. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Oh, wrong way. Try to get it lined up again, since the damn thing wanted to move on me. And I think right there should work. The next thing I want to try to do is you might be able to see it from here, but I put two ramps to act as kind of a wedge to put the merge blocks where they need to go. But I still need to be very slow about this. Oh, wrong way. There we go. And we're too low. Alright, back up. Yep, we are too low. If I lower the piston, maybe that might reconnect us. Alright, let's see what's going to happen. Are we close enough? I think we're close enough that if I drop the piston... Oh no, it looks like we're off by the rotation. Well, let's just go ahead and drop the piston and see what happens. And... okay, that did not work. And... nope. Well, shit. Okay, what can I do to try to fix this situation? Oh, it might also help if I actually turn the merge blocks on. Ah, God, I'm an idiot. Just don't pay any attention to me. Alright, there we go. Are we connected? I thought I saw it connect. Yep, we are now connected. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn off the piston. Or raise the piston. And there we go. Alright, so now, whenever we want to disconnect the entire setup, what we could do is lower the piston, figure out which rotor this is. Hold on, let me go to this one. We'll go to control panel and go down to... Alright, so detach is not going to work on that one. Well, it looks like I do not have it named. I think it's going to be that one right there. Hold on. It's going to be the one that if I access from the Dragon Wagon, it's going to be the one that's white. So let's go ahead and try this. It should be this one. So detach. Whoops, I did not have the brakes on again. God damn it. And pull forward. And there we go. Now the whole trailer is disconnected. So if I don't want to take the trailer somewhere, I can go ahead and detach it, and I can just take the Dragon Wagon. So this is what's considered a fifth wheel. If you've ever seen an 18-wheeler, it has this little horseshoe looking thing on the back end of it that's usually above the back tires. So it looks like the whole setup is gonna work. And it's not a bad looking trailer. I mean, it's not the best. It is the first time I've ever tried to build a flatbed. So for my first attempt, I say it's not bad. Could be better, but I think it's good enough. Now let's see if we can get it reattached. So reverse. And oh, a little bit too much. Alright, so okay. Find that rotor, and like I said, at some point I will get this all set up on the toolbar eventually. Alright, let's go and scroll down, attach, and it sends the vehicle flying. I don't know if you guys caught that, but yeah, the vehicle did go flying a little bit. So I will definitely need to find a way of locking vehicles down, but before I can do that, I need to figure out the vehicle that I'm going to be putting on this trailer, the grinder vehicle. I need to figure out how big that thing is actually going to be. So the next thing we need to do, we need to go ahead and test out, is just how well this thing will handle on the hills, and see if it will actually work. So what I need to do is go ahead and unlock all the rotors and the hinges. So rotor. So these two right here. Unlock. And then we need to find the hinge and unlock those. And now it's time to see just how well this thing is going to drive. Oh, it might help if I turn off the brakes. I keep forgetting the brakes. Alright, let's go ahead and try to get a camera view where we can see what's going on. And I want to go ahead and get aggressive with this thing. I've already saved a blueprint, so I'm not too worried about wrecking it, but I really do need to see how difficult it's going to be to destroy it, and if we are going to have the clearance. So I do have the speed limit set to 30 meters per second on this vehicle. Alright, this might be a little too aggressive. Oh no, we cleared it. That was actually pretty damn good. I'm really surprised at that. And ooh, that shaved it, but it did clear. That was not bad. That was kind of extreme too. Alright, let's go ahead and get a little bit of speed and see what happens when we catch air. Okay, that was a bad example, but ooh, I think we hit there. I'm not sure. But it looks like we're doing pretty well. The trailer is traveling exactly how I wanted it, and it doesn't look like we're hitting. We're not bottoming out, is what I mean. All right, this one's gonna. Oh, yeah, that bottomed out. What did I destroy? I saw some parts flying, but I don't see any damage. But yeah, that was really extreme. I would never actually use that. Or I would never actually do that in this vehicle on the server. So yeah, definitely an extreme case. But it looks like all of the axes are turning the way they're supposed to. The horizontal, the vertical, and the twist. So I'm just going to call it twist because I don't know what to call it. But yeah, it works pretty good. But the real test is to build ourselves a vehicle that we want to put on it and see how it handles then, because there is going to be a little bit more weight on the trailer, which means it won't react as well, and it's also going to be a little bit top heavy. Oh shit, I forgot the trees are not... I forgot they have collision. So yeah, with the vehicle on this thing, the trailer is going to be a little bit more top heavy, so it's not going to react as well as it does right now. It's going to be a lot different. So we'll have to see how that reacts. Then we need to go ahead and get the vehicle built. The next thing I need to do is I need to figure out where I'm going to put a weapon on this thing. So in last episode we were talking about turrets. I need to figure out where I'm going to put a turret, because I have no clue. But yeah, I guess we'll talk about that next episode. Until then, make sure to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.